Yeah, let's start this game up. And there we go. We got sweet light.
Why didn't my roll go through?
You need to click where it says, yeah, there you go.
That was weird. I clicked it and I heard it roll and then nothing came up.
Mm-hmm.
So that was weird.
Perfect science. So, to catch CB up, you went on the ship to check on your kid. You've been observing from above. They got in a little fight with some, like, feral people with really ancient weapons. One of them ran off and tried to lead them to follow, and then they fell into pit traps. They somehow got out of them. It was hard to tell from up where you're at. And stopped to like rest for a minute. That's what happened while you were gone. Any questions?
No, that's completely accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I managed to capture a guy, and I stabilized him as he is restrained, so we could question this person.
No. We are sorry we were unable to bring new acolytes to the Master. We have failed.
I kind of like turn to Spark and say, acolytes? Is this a force sensitive thing?
You're asking the wrong person about that.
But isn't Spark a force user?
I mean, yeah, but they don't know anything about the Jedi, really.
Alright, got it.
I know even less.
I guess
Spark
could I
fought the
do
Jedi.
can I do a lore check to see if I do know anything about the Jedi?
Sure, it's a 3 difficulty because it's not hard to find information about the Jedi, but it's hard to tell what's propaganda and what's not.
Yeah. So it's sweet purple?
Yeah.
Alright.
They were an order. They were an order of monks who, for the most part, tried to back up the democratic government before the Empire. Occasionally, they overstepped their bounds, and it caused some turmoil.
I then say,
And they don't use terms like acolytes. Specifically, acolyte is used to refer to like another school of theirs that the ones in power were vehemently against.
got it.
They use terms like Padawan or a learner, not acolyte and apprentice.
Okay, well, this is going to say, what can you tell us about your school or such here? And how many people are we expecting?
School was founded by a weakling, old man, a librarian, a man who does not know action. And then the wisest of us, Malethax, rose and became the new headmaster by striking down weak fools who do not have the constitution to do what needs to be done.
Well,
No, say what you need to say, Bun.
I was gonna say, well, that's super great. I mean, you sound like a pleasant fella. Where is your master?
He awaits the return of his acolytes, us four, in the temple. You will not reach him. There is a fjord between here and there, and a single bridge. It's protected by allies of the master.
Ah, cool.
What are
Where's this-
these
go ahead.
master? What are these allies that you speak of? Are they acolytes or something else?
No, they are lower beings who have not been chosen by the galaxy. They are kind of makes a disgust look with his mouth. Mercenaries.
I just sigh under my breath and I
They
say,
are not we. They are crude flesh.
I just sigh under my breath and I say, great, we have hired muscle.
We have told the master not to trust them, to raise up others that have the gift. They care only for coin and are weak. They have no courage, no honor.
Of course, yeah.
I have earned a clean death then.
Why would we kill you?
He says we instead of I. We have earned a clean death then. We have been defeated in battle. We have been shown to be weak. And
Oh.
thus are useless.
You
Hardly.
believed that we were these mercenaries that you speak of, didn't you?
No. The master sensed you when you ascended the cliff. He sensed you when you were fooled by that old man in your pocket. He has known of you and of your potential. You would make fine students.
I mean, I've done enough studying for a while. I'm not really looking to go back to school.
You would be rejected. You are crude flesh.
Oh,
Dismissive gesture towards you.
I kind of like brush myself, like my clothes, and go, I don't know. I think I'm pretty well, I think I'm pretty fancy, pretty refined. Thank you very much. And then for a second I drop, actually instead of just saying thank you very much, I say thank you very much with an imperial accent.
Well, this just turns to you and, like, raises an eyebrow, says nothing, just looks at you, and then turns to face the guy again. What exactly do you know about any Jedi or any Force user that was taken here, per se, to your school?
There were two. There was a librarian who fled long ago. And
He
there
fled?
Yes.
I thought you said he
fled.
was defeated.
He was defeated here, but he fled 20 years ago.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
When it was made apparent his order was no force for good, but usurpers and tyrants. He
yeah.
fled with his books. Sometime before he came here, he met a student who was cast out of their academy. And they came here after some tribulation to find another. And they came here to teach. We came to learn under them, but they are weak. They are filled with restraint. They look at a galaxy underneath the boot of cruel tyrants and say, "Do not act."
Of course, yes.
This is why my master overthrew them, so he could learn the secrets himself, and so that we could do something.
Right, totally. I kind of look at the others like, this guy's crazy.
I kind of like pull the group aside and I say, well, okay, at least we know a bit of the history of this place to an extent. We know that they have mercenaries on their side, although that they don't technically like one another. If we could try to persuade these mercenaries to help us, maybe, just maybe, we might have the winning hand here.
Okay.
If CB said Jedi devilry out loud, like has landed to rendezvous with them and said, "I know when something is Jedi devilry" out loud, this guy is, "Yes, it is all devilry. It proves that what they say is true. They are power brokers and schemers, not warriors." Oh, okay. Sorry then.
Hey, it happens. Yeah, because remember, CB's on the ship.
I bet
Yeah,
CB could have.
CB's back, so maybe she landed. I don't know.
Yeah.
We only have the one ship, which is CB's sister.
Well, CB is they. CB's character, who is a she, could have landed. Just to be clear, I'm not being a shitty person. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Reva's sister is ship there. Right. Just, confused. Okay. So, I then turn to our captive and I say, "Do you know where these mercenaries dwell? Do you know where they hold up their camp?"
He says that they're at a bridge over by a fjord. I look around. Is there anything I can see? Can I see this fjord from anywhere?
Well, you're pretty thick in trees, but you can tell that there's pretty much a singular path that seems to slope up probably about maybe a half a kilometer, and then it seems to disappear. The tree line is too thick to tell that there's like a fissure there, but it seems heavily implied.
Okay, yeah. Why don't we just take this fella along with us this way?
If you are in agreeing with it, then yes, let's do so. And I kind of whisper to Bran and I say, although I would also think we should at least knock him out and probably put him in the pit over there.
I mean, or we could have CB come and we could put him on the ship in one of the brigs, and then the rest of us go,
I think that would be ill-advised. for
Oh.
numerous reasons. Well,
Oh.
mostly two reasons. One reason is for me, and the other reason is Reva.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Whatever.
However,
Your call. I have zero clue about this invisible thing that exists that I can't sense. So I'm just here for the ride. Kind of like.
however,
Blaster rifle.
I would not be against of having Reva at our side in this endeavor.
Oh, I agree.
So, I calm Reva's sister and I say, could you please go and pick up Reva for us? We may need her assistance.
Well, she's right here with me. She's been observing. It's the speaker button. They want to talk to you, sis.
Oh, you wanted me? Hello?
Yes, Reva. We have encountered a situation. We may need your sniping skills for this next part of our task to this temple. I hope your aim has not been rusty when you've been dawdling on the ship for the past few hours.
Takes a lot longer to forget how to shoot somebody than that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
I was making
Come.
jokes. I was making jokes.
you think Weva can understand when someone's joking?
Don't quit your day job, Vissa.
Movissus is just trying to add some humor to this tense situation, so she's trying to lighten the mood.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Okay, so I tell Reva our coordinates, and we're basically going to go search for this bridge.
Alright, since I sound good, you want me to land you down there?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay.
It's not like pacing around here will do me any good.
The patrol craft lands before you. The docking bay goes down. Hey, I've noticed, while she's coming off, she kind of hollers out from the ship. I've noticed you've got some wildlife around here. Couple of packs of some kind of canoid creature. I don't think it's much to worry about. Just keep your eyes open. Maybe make a bunch of noise while you're walking away to scare them off.
Sure, totally.
Thanks, sis. See you on the flip side.
Hey, take care of yourself. And pulls up and says, calms back as soon as she takes off. I'm still within a kilometer of you. You've got a hard point. Oh dear, there's a hard defensive point up here. The comm's a little crackly. Right across, you got a hill directly ahead of you. That comes onto a rope bridge, and there's like a hard defensive point on the other end.
Bleh.
Okay, question. We are being hidden on this. We don't want them to see us yet, but we could see where it is, correct? If we, travel there, get to a good spot, we'll be able to see the bridge and that defensive point, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to take out my macro binoculars as I am going to basically observe this defensive point. So I am going to be making a perception check.
Okay, so through your binoculars, you can see the temple resting on a summit on a steep cliff on the other side of a large chasm. Glimmering waterfall crashes from the temple grounds into a deep chasm separating them from the trail up to the temple. Spanning the chasm is a tall arched bridge of wooden beams, a sturdy-looking but primitive structure met at each end by a rude trail. At the near side of the bridge, there are a pair of one-horned Advasek paramilitary mercenaries standing guard, and on the far side is a sandbagged wall with 4 or 5 Advasek mercenaries. It's kind of hard to tell. It's right at the edge of your binoculars range, but they have like hardware in there, like tripod mounted weapons.
I kind of like, well, it is heavily fortified, and it is not gonna be easy. Morvis,
Give me a discipline, actually. Give me a discipline difficulty 2
me?
check. Yeah.
Discipline, and it's true purple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you're not able to tell anything about them. They just seem scary and professional.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are the guys with like the single little horn, and they have like the big black eyes, but otherwise they're humanoid-ish.
Yeah,
right?
I put a picture in there.
Oh.
But yeah, you're right on the money. Guys who run Hammer Station.
Yeah, the Advasek. So yeah, I just tell them that, hey, it's the Advasek, and yeah, they just look very fortified and scary. And Morvis takes out her combat knife as she is like drawing in the dirt, and she is trying to make the diagram of the bridge and the defensive position and everything, as we are going to plan out how we're going to try to handle this.
Also, another point, the sandbag structure is underneath some of the ruins of the little temple city, so it's like secure from bombardment.
So we can't bomb them from like the sky.
Right.
You could, but you'd have to really saturate them. They're kind of hard. They're kind of.
We damage the temple.
I believe the word is stuck in like an Alabama tick.
Yes.
So they're really dug in there.
Yeah. Like, you could probably take them out with bombardment, but it'd be like saturation, dedicated artillery.
Wait, hang on. Okay, go to.
Can any of you jump over there?
Hang on. Could we not have the Ender Spire bombard them from orbit?
Right, but the problem is it would take a ton of saturation. That's the problem.
Yeah, but because the thing was, if we were going to use Reva's sister ship, but if we use the Ender Spire, it's a bit more concentrated and a bit more firepower than a regular ship.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be... Technically, by the rules, it's going to be the same... They're both the same scale, right? Technically, because they're both ship scale.
If you drop a lot of ordnance on them, you could probably root them out. It's just, it would
Right.
It's not something that would be fast. And it would be messy. You can choose to do that. That's fine. I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm just describing the situation. They're dug in pretty good.
Well, it's an option. It's an option on the table. My option was to see if we could persuade them to fight with us instead of against us. Because having some mercenaries on our side would be good to have when we storm the temple. Weaver, you wanted to say something?
No?
Oh. Because your mic thing was picking up, so, you know. So, are these the only options? Because...
You got lots of options. I'm just not telling you what the hell are.
I know. It's just they
I
have...
think we should...
No.
Go ahead.
Well, because, like, the problem is they have this one bridge, which is the only way to get across the chasm, and they dug their position strategically, meaning they would have the upper hand in the firefight if we do a firefight.
Right, but we can still... I bet... Well... I don't know.
Okay,
I think we could take
is...
them. I mean,
yeah.
we could attack them, and then if they destroy the bridge, worst case scenario, we use the ship to fly over to the other side.
Okay, question. What's the distance...
Oh, how about this? Could we use the smaller ship to land on the other side of the bridge and attack their position directly?
If landed, the ship would be exposed to, like, fire, but it would be able to get a better shot, yeah.
Okay,
so let's do that.
So that's another option, but I wanted to ask, Hap, what is the distance from our position to that fortified position? Because I was thinking that Reva would use her sniper skills to take out those guys who are on that tripod-mounted blasters to try to ensure that we don't get, bombarded by those heavy blasters.
Yeah.
The bridge is about 15 meters long. The clearing, like, you'll be out of foliage about 20 meters before you get to the near side of the bridge. So that's total of like 30 meters, and then they're about 20 meters on the other side, covering like the exit from the bridge. So total of about 15 meters.
So is it long
From
or
the edge of the
extreme
woods.
range?
Probably
Right on
longish.
the edge. I think it's long. I think it's on the long side of long.
I could do, the age-old thing of get a nice position and just snipe the hell out of them.
That doesn't sound bad at all. I mean...
Yeah, because the plan is one of us would go and try to persuade these guys, but we still have the backup plan, because what I was thinking was I would go, since I have the best charm, I would go and try to persuade them to work with us, and if it doesn't go too well, we could have Reva snipe, and we'll have Bran come in. Oh, Spark is not in here.
I think her internet went out. She left the game at the same time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, because that was the plan, that we have Bran and Spark come in with the ship to help with the assault if things go bad. So if we are going to be doing this plan, Reva, you will have to be sniping those guys who even try to get near those tripod-mounted repeating blasters.
I mean, I can do that. It's just sniping.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's currently a fire team in position. They're not like they're playing dice right now, but in like a second or two they could be ready to fire.
So, you guys want to go with my plan where I go approach them alone as I try to convince them?
I mean, sure, yeah. Sounds good to me.
We're all in agreement with that.
Bark? Or CB? Sorry.
I mean, I get to snipe some fuckers, so I'm happy.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We calm your sister to pick you guys up, not too close, but basically you go back the way you came, and and the ship would land to pick you up as we get ready for the plan.
That's a couple 100 meters away. You don't really need to do that. Take just walk. But you can do that if you really want to.
No, because we don't want to alert them that, hey, a ship is coming.
Okay.
Because we want the whole shock and awe.
Alright.
Okay, so Bran, you and Spark, in the sense of roleplay, get onto Reva's sister ship. Reva, you get in a good position. I guess you would have to figure that out. As I would get ready to cross the bridge. So as soon as we are in that position, we'll be ready. So is everybody in position?
Yeah, sure.
Sounds like everyone's going with your plan.
Okay. I am going to start crossing the bridge. Slowly. With my hands raised.
Okay, so you have to walk out of the foliage first, so you'll probably encounter them before you get to the bridge, because there's like a clearing right before the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
So before you get to the bridge, the two adversec on the near side, like, stop. They don't point weapons at you, but one of them like kind of holds out a hand. Unless you're with the boss, you're we got no entry here. We're on contract. No entry unless you're with the boss. Well, he could be with the boss. She's not with the boss. She bathes. You've seen the people with the boss. They're nuts.
Oh, so you already know about the locals, I say.
Hey, a job's a job, pal.
Oh, no, that's perfectly understandable. You have your code of conduct, as do I, and...
One of them kind of laughs when you say code of conduct. Yeah, the code of coin, yeah.
Which is why I kind of like bow, which is why I want to offer you something instead, if you would be willing to hear my proposal.
Hang on a sec. The first one, like, radios to the main camp. Hey, Lieutenant, someone's got a proposal for us. Yeah, unknown regions type. Yeah, I think she's got lots of money. And puts the thing on speaker. I hear you got some money?
Does 90,000 sound fair?
That sounds right fair. What's your terms, though? 90,000 across the bridge, no problem, buddy.
Oh, no, it's... You see, we wish to gain entry to that temple, and basically rescue some people who are being held by those crazy people you mentioned. And, well, I know you are bound by contract, but I would be so much obliged if you could help us out. And in return, you get some credits.
Now, hang on a second. This big spooky guy we're working for, he's kind of scary. I mean, I clear out the wildlife here for you for 90,000. I don't know about going and messing with that fella.
And I say, oh, really? Because I think you and your boys here are very strong and very brave, and I think that a lady like myself will be quite attracted to that.
Okay, make a charm opposed by their cool. Cool is 1 red die.
Just one red?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh!
Oh,
I love this. I love this.
Nice.
I got 2 successes, 3
I
advantages,
see, yeah.
and a
And
triumph.
triumph.
I'm happy.
What do you want to spend your advantages and triumphs on?
Okay, what can I do with 3 advantages, I guess?
Let's pull up, where's skills? Skill descriptions. Charm. Advantage may be spent to affect unexpected subjects beyond the original target. Maybe bystanders or others who are not directly involved in the scene, who may aid the character in their own way. With a triumph, the player may choose to have an NPC become a recurring character who remains predisposed to assist. This individual may not join the crew, but may offer better than usual price for fencing goods, or may appear when times are darkest.
Yeah, I would go with having an ally like that with the triumphs, and for the 3 advantages, I would say that everybody, I guess, would be affected by us in a positive light.
Okay, so boss is alright, what the hell? We're kind of mainly a heavy weapons team. Carrying our kid into that temple's kind of not really reasonable, but if you can draw him out, we can really give him hell.
Oh, leave that to us.
Yeah.
Sure. Hey, make sure the lady ain't got to clean up her dress. Now, y'all on the other side, let's get hunting those wolves out here. Well, we're gonna have her show us the money first, boss. Oh yeah, you got the money on you, right?
Oh, I do have the money on me.
Well, let's see it.
I kind of like showed the cred chip with the 90,000 on it. I hope everybody is okay with this.
I mean, if it saves us a bunch of hassle, I'm pretty okay with it.
Okay, it's just like,
All 90,000?
well, I mean, I didn't know because, like, again, I don't know what they're being paid, so I had to go high. The mercenaries.
But like 90,000 is a bit much to skip an encounter.
Well, we're also buying for their help against the enemies at the temple.
Well, we'll figure out exactly what we're doing with the rest of the pay. I mean, I'd feel bad just shooting this one crazy fella for 90,000. That's campaign paid.
Well, how about you join our crew? We could always use some hard, strong, fight-fit mercenaries on our crew.
We ain't crew types, but we can accompany your ship if you want. You can probably get us for like about a month with that kind of pay.
Do it.
Alright, let's do it. I hand them the credit chip for the 90,000.
They the two on your side rush over to the other side and like make a detail and go into the kind of temple city like they have a mission to do. When you cross to the other side, the leader of the Advisec, who's in position to load the repeating blaster on the other end, he kind of sits up. Offers a hand. He doesn't have his horn. It's been like pulled off, and he's got a lot of scar tissue on his forehead.
Ooh. I shake
They
that.
call me the unicorn. I like your style. That's pretty brazen, just like offering to lay down with whatever you see. We ain't really into human types, though.
Well, we don't know what we're facing in there. And besides, we're mostly trying to rescue someone from these crazy cultists. Having some help would be appreciated. We will not ask you to risk your lives by going inside the temple, but if you could cause enough distractions, then it would be most appreciated.
Oh, there's a pack of wolves that have kind of layered here. I already got my boys going to where we know they're situated to go ahead and take care of them. The boss before, we were suggesting doing that, but he's like, oh no, they're strong with the dark side. And he doesn't have any pupils, but he rolls his head to simulate rolling his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Unless y'all want pets and are kind of weird, creepy weirdos too, I can call that off.
No. Clearing the pass would be the most effective way. And who knows?
Right.
And who knows? Maybe the boss would get rid of this and would probably send out people, which would give us a chance to sneak in.
I like an employer with some sense. We'll work out the details about rest of the campaign season when we get this taken care of. How much autonomy you want to give my team? Just back you up? Or are you the type to give direct orders? You got a chain of command here?
I kind of get my comm link as I kind of calm, conference call Bron. With just gonna say, Bron,
Yo.
the plan worked. We have them as allies. I am with their commander. He is wanting to know if we want to take command of some of his forces. Are you okay with leading them?
Sure, yeah, I'd be happy to. Then I greet the commander. I'm like, greetings, I'm Bran Dune, and yeah, I'll be happy to work with you.
They call me Unicorn. It's because I got a real big horn, right?
Got it. Yeah, totally.
He kind of laughs. I'm chain of command. I give orders to my second here, and then we distribute to the rest of the team. We got the team here on the bridge. We also have a pack of mercenaries that are bodyguarding the fella. I sure you don't want to spook them. But they all have subdermals, so you want to give direct orders to them, or do you want me to manage that, or what?
Why don't you manage that for right now, and we should probably keep them in the dark for the moment until we get closer to meeting with that scary fella.
Keep my boys around them in the dark, or just keep the weirdo in the dark?
Keep the weirdo in the dark, but keep your boys in the dark too for the moment. Because if he's got any of that weird magic, like he's been talking about, he might be able to sense something changing with them. Know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's smart. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. We don't want him to kill them before, or anything like that. That wouldn't be great for them.
Yes, I would like to avoid having your men killed. It is taking a big risk having you involved in our plan.
Okay, well, you're talking to me on a subdermal implant, so feel free to chime in at any time if you're like, now's the time to get him to turn on him or something like that. You just let me
Sure.
know.
Yeah, I will
Yes,
do.
yes. I say, can you tell us the situation or so with his followers? Are they patrolling the temple, or are they mostly being confined within the temple?
Well, he's only got a handful of them. They went out to go hunting. I guess that was y'all. One of
Yeah.
them came back.
That was probably the one who slipped through our grasps. He
Sounds like it.
He knows that we survived the encounter, but he doesn't know that we've met with you yet. So
Truth.
it means we have the advantage. I kinda calm Bran and say, Bran, I hope
Yeah.
you and Spark are ready for a shock and awe landing. We're gonna need you when we do this, right? And I then calm Chariva. Riva, regroup with me. We're gonna go scout out the temple, and we're going to then commence the mission.
Roger that. Want me to come closer?
Yes, come closer. And I turn to the boss. Someone with a sniper rifle, human, is with me. She is going to approach. She will not mean you any harm.
Okay. Well, I'm getting bio readings. They ain't human.
Well, she looks human.
Yeah, he's like looking at his little data pad. He's messing around with some buttons. Interestingly enough, this guy's got pretty good xenology. So, as one of those deep core types, they ain't human, you know? I mean, they're close enough. They're kind of like superhuman. Like a taller, stronger, see farther.
Yes.
Your friend gonna
10
get upset
times
if I
more
say that?
bisexual.
I can pretend they're human if you want. Is that what you want?
No, I assumed she was human.
Oh shit! Well, I didn't tell you. So yeah, when you get there, Unicorn, who is the only one without a horn, introduces himself. It's like it's nice to meet It's nice to meet a Quarian. I thought most of y'all were extinct.
Quarian? I'm a Keshian.
Or Keshian, sorry, fuck. Nice to meet a Keshian. He knew it, I didn't. Nice to meet a Keshian. I thought y'all were mostly extinct.
I didn't know there are more of me, so, you know.
I like to study different cultures in the galaxy. I won't bore you with it, but
No,
this
please,
is
I do the
really
same
cool.
thing.
Oh well, then we can. While they're setting up whatever plan they got, we can have a good old time. Talks about he thinks the last known ones were on Empress Teta, and then Empress Teta got turned into a manufacturing planet. And he thought most of them got wiped out. Yada yada yada. He's also a big fan of the Chiss. He's a big fan of their economy. Everything's decentralized, so it's really good for mercenary groups. And then he goes on a rant about when you have your army indoctrinated, they can do terrible things, and mercenary groups, being more decentralized, have a kind of socialistic power and maintaining power balance. He'll go on and on and on with you.
Yeah. During this conversation, Arena is adding quite a lot about the Chiss and other both wild space and outer and like unexplored regions stuff. It's clear that she knows a lot.
You want to have like a xenology off with him? If you do, we can simulate that.
We're not having a xenology off, we're just having a fun time vibing together.
Alright. Okay, so what's the plan now, boss?
Me and my friend here are going to go and scout up ahead. When we feel that it's a good idea to initiate the plan, we are going to have our friends in another ship come in to cause a distraction. And hopefully your squad, and hopefully the squad that you sent out to deal with the wolves will be dealt with. And we would commence the attack. Only then, when we are in the same room with this big boss, you will inform your mercenaries of the plan.
Oh man, you bring me a catching and you don't even give me enough time to get the first founding of the Sith Empire and Adol the Sithite. Come on, man. Well, I guess the money's good.
After we complete this, you are welcome to join on our ship and for a couple of drinks and socialize.
As an aside, he says to Wave, hey, I know a place that can give you subdermals. It's really in like non-invasive. I mean, you gotta try him, so I'm trying to make this guy like a pseudo ally, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're interested in that, I could set you or your whole crew up. I mean, I know how important it is for people not to hear you talking to somebody when you're in a sniper's nest.
So, just real quick, is this 90K that we're paying them? Is that the money that was supposed to be split for all of us?
No, that was the party funds, actually.
Yeah, so the answer is yeah. You just spent all your damn money.
I'm
okay,
sorry.
yeah, Spark's gonna speak up and say that she's not gonna. I'm not letting this happen. You can give him your money, but you're not taking part of that from mine.
When Spark does that, the guy kind of crosses his arms and like looks at Morvisus like, "You didn't talk this over with your crew?"
I thought I did.
Well, how much does he owe you? How much does she owe you?
Well, it was supposed to be split between all of us, right?
Okay, yeah, give me a moment. I'm gonna take my calculator out here, so that's 1, 2,
23?
Divided by 4. Yeah, so 23,225.
All right. Well, 23,000 still majorly trumps what we're being paid.
So yeah, I will give him my split.
We can go ahead with the plan with that. Just, man, I'm gonna have to sit down and talk to you about how to properly manage your crew's funds.
Yes, so everybody except for me add 23,250 to your credit pool.
Woo, money.
Yep.
Sorry about the mix-up, ma'am. Nods to you, and he transfers from what was transferred to him that amount of money to your account.
Yeah.
Spark is looking a lot happier now.
No, because Spark is actually on the ship with Bran, the small ship.
I mean, I thought she was with you, didn't she? Fell in a pit too, so she was with the ground group, right?
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no. I said
Before, yeah.
Yeah, Bran and Spark were going into the ship. They're still in the ship
Yep.
at this point.
Okay, well then he does the transfer like via comms then.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit longer, but he takes care of it. He says, "I'm sorry, ma'am. Sorry for the mix-up."
Hey, as long as I got my money.
All right, so what y'all want to do now? You're in like an ancient, largely I wouldn't call it destroyed, like it wasn't bombarded or anything, but it's been abandoned for thousands of years. You're in this little. It's not just a temple; it's like a complex. There's what appears to be what was once a market row. There's a stand of apartments, and then there's like an inner wall with different portals into it, like not portals like magic, but archways into the inner temple. And then one on the other side of that, it's like one large building on the summit of the mountain. But on the outskirts, you've got all these little just shops and
Huts and houses,
that it's all
buildings.
abandoned. Now it's
Right.
partially destroyed because it's been not tended to in a long time. You've got like vines that have wrapped around and crushed parts of buildings. You've got like where snow melt has frozen and melted again and has eroded off like the siding of some of the buildings, stuff like that.
Okay, so this is what me and Riva see as we are scouting.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Do we make it to, like, not exactly directly to it, but do we see the main entrance to the large temple?
Yeah, you can make your way slowly there.
Bless you.
Give me.
I have an idea. Actually, real quick before you get too close, I just had an idea, and let's run it by Unicorn. What if we had this idea, a good excuse for Unicorn and his crew to come to the main temple? Y'all captured us as we tried to cross the bridge, and you're bringing us as prisoners to the main lord. What do you think?
That would greatly reduce any suspicion of how we got by you.
There is a complication. We've been flagged to look for specific people. This one with the long hair. He downloads like a picture, and it's a picture of Spark. The Keshian and the Chiss are all supposed to be brought to be like emotionally broken so they can learn. I don't know. I've been kind of uncomfortable about that, really. This other one here, like, he doesn't really care to see you. You're not the right stuff or something. I think you're the right stuff, but
No, it's totally fine. Like, you can bring them, and then maybe I'll just be like, hey, do you have any extra uniforms? Or all of you, God damn it, I've just forgotten the name of the type of species they are.
Advasec.
Are you all Advasec? Do you have any, like, humans or near humans in your crew?
Oh, I mean, we're all Advasec. We're all from the home world, but,
maybe put me in a uniform and put a helmet on me? I'll stand in the back?
Yeah, Three-Horn over here is pretty big. I think he's about your size.
That work? Is that okay, Three-Horn?
Yeah, I do what the boss says.
Thanks, man. I give him a fist bump.
He returns it in a kind of awkward, this is a handshake he's not familiar with way.
Right, exactly.
All right.
Okay, so...
Now, we don't have a universal kit outside of this uniform, so you can just carry whatever you want. The guy wasn't really interested in our specs when he hired us.
Right.
Okay, so now the updated plan is me, Riva, and Spark are going to be escorted by the Advasec to the temple.
Right, and I'm going to be one of the Advasec.
Okay. That seems like a good plan. And we'll have Riva's sister on standby for a quick extraction if we need to. Or if she needs to, like, give us, close air support.
Notice that the guy who's got the spare uniform's tinkering with a helmet a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
When he puts it on, he tells you, hey, turn your head this way, see if it opens up a comm channel.
I do.
and it opens up your it. You have like a heads-up display on your helmet that, depending on how you turn your head, you can change like frequency. And
Nice.
you can clench your mouth a certain way and it'll lock a frequency, and yeah, you can open up comm channels with the helmet.
Nice, cool.
Okay, so we all get in position, and we'll basically go as the plan goes.
Alright.
So yeah, Half, lead us in.
Okay, they start leading you in. The direct path that they're taking, before you get to one of the inner archways of the town, you can see kind of like a little placid pond in the middle of the town. And there's like some smoke coming out of a chimney there. Taking a closer look, you can see that like this one house on this pond has been repaired recently. You can try going around it, or you can go past it, whatever, but just tell me what you see.
Okay.
Do you want us to roll for that?
Roll. I mean, I don't know what you're doing. Or if you're just walking past it, you don't have to roll anything.
If we're walking around it, we have to roll something?
Yeah, like, what do you guys want to do? Are you going to try to avoid it or not?
I'm actually going to ask Unicorn. Do we need to avoid that?
I don't really think so. Some weirdo from below the mountains kind of came up here to find a retreat a while back. The boss didn't say anything about it, and you know, we're not going to run people out unless they say something. I think it's just a farmer. We never really talked to him, though.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so we just walk past it.
As you get close, you see there's like about a half acre of cultivated fields. See a really pale-skinned humanoid carrying a bucket over his left shoulder, and he just kind of watches you walk past, offers like waves, and just kind of watches you.
I give a slight nonchalant wave back.
You're headed up to the temple. Be really careful. There's bad vibes up there, man.
Heard that. We got a couple people here who are, you know, pretty good with the vibes. So.
Okay, just if anyone gets hurt or something, you know, let me know.
Sure. Okay.
And he just kind of leans back into his field and starts picking some kind of fruit or vegetable that he's cultivating after that.
Right.
Not a big deal, just some flavor. Like there's a guy living in the town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's get back on track. Sorry for the awkward little side thing there.
No, it's fine.
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's good.
I do feel odd about that, so maybe there's more to it, but we're mostly trying to focus on our mission at hand.
There might be. Nothing is as it seems always, but he doesn't chase you or like say, "What are you doing here?" He's just super friendly.
Yep.
Okay, so approaching the main entrance, you hear a strangled scream from inside the temple. Apparently the prisoners are still alive. Starting to peer within the main antechamber that opens the side chambers to the left and right, widens into a large assembly hall deeper in, lit by brilliant shafts of sunlight from above. Focusing in the dark, all of you can see, but one of you can see a little bit better because it's a little dark in here. Morvissus is able to make out a Togruta woman lying against a pillar within the assembly hall, and a horned Advisek mercenary standing over her with a blaster. You hear some shouting and screaming in the chamber to the right. Nothing. The voice nothing! The voice cries. The archive is empty. Just a bunch of useless scrolls and tablets. Where is the holocron? You can hear a hiss coming from the right. Tell me or I'll skin you alive. My patience is wearing thin. What do you do?
Okay, so we hear this in an adjacent room. Is the room closed?
No, it's all like ancient stone archways. If you walk into the assembly hall, you can easily see the archway and see into there.
Okay.
After a few seconds, you guys can kind of make out the Togruta, but like basically Morvissus sees her first because she sees in the dark.
Yeah. And I say, 10 credits says that's our hostage.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Big spender.
I then turn to Unicorn and I say, how many men can you spare to come here and provide some backup?
Well, my crew's outside. We can't really get our assembly through the main doorway. It's just a little too small. We can come in with blaster rifles, but we're going to be less effective.
Yes. I would say we have a force outside, and we have a force to go inside, but only to cause some trouble, which would prompt them to come chase us. A hit and retreat tactic, as it is. And I turn to Bran, would that be a strategic way to do it?
Well, isn't that the guy? The person that's over the Togruta, is that the guy?
That's just one of the Advisek. You hear
I'm
this
sorry.
other confrontation in another adjoining room that you can't quite see into yet.
Yes,
Okay.
And I am going to assume that could be the big boss.
I mean, if it's the big boss, I say we all dogpile him at the same time, and as soon as we come in, Unicorn gives his boys
The signal.
or his folks, I should say, pardon, all his people, the heads up
Boss,
for them
I'm getting orders from the boss to take out the Togruta girl to show he means business. What you want me to do?
Okay, here's what you're gonna do. You're going to escort us in. You're going to announce that we are here. And I guess you could say that we have something that could be useful to this man's quest, which is basically the holocron. I don't say that, but something useful to his quest.
Or maybe you say you got something weird and strange and describe the holocron, some weird
cube-like object.
All right.
Okay.
So it's not going to be necessary, boss. We've found some old artifact that meets the description what you've been talking about. You start hearing them in the background, like having a conversation.
Okay, so this is the plan. We're gonna have a group with their large tripods outside of the temple, and we're gonna have like a squad of mercenaries with us inside the temple to do the hit and run tactics and try to get the hostage out of there safely, as they are gonna chase us. That is our plan. If not, then we're gonna focus on the firefight.
I got a detail bringing in your targets. There was another one with them. You didn't pay me to just kill innocent people. That's up to you. I got a detail bringing them in. We're setting up outside just in case you can't handle it, and you need firepower to take them down. Okay? You hear him like saying this as he's hearing what your plan is to try to make the plan work.
Mm-hmm.
You just got a reprieve. Too bad. I was going to put a Jedi on my belt. The adversec in the main antechamber says before like hitting her with the butt of his rifle and knocking her out.
Okay, so Unicorn leads us in.
Yeah, after he's off the comm, he says, "Hey, stand back. I can't. That woman ain't got no weapons. You don't gotta beat her up like that." And hey, boss, we got those people you wanted. And he's kind of looking around to see if you guys do anything, but just kind of takes the detail around the corner, and you see a Devronian, shirtless, wielding this really archaic blade. Like it looks like it was forged without any like modern equipment. It's a single-edged weapon. There's no kind of embellishments on it. It's like a really, by the standards of Star Wars, it's very crude, but it would look like a scimitar from like, you know, the Ottoman Empire, you know?
Right.
So basically a scimitar practice like blade or so.
Yeah, it's an ancient sword, but it specifically looks like really, really archaic. And there's an elderly man somewhere in his 70s, broken nose, blood gushing from his face, trying to like shield his face from above, and this guy wielding this weapon. I don't care about any of this. I want the Datacron. Where is it?
Is he saying it to us?
Yeah, he says that first to Unicorn, and then Unicorn says, well, we don't trust all this weird tech. It's on this lady here," and he kind of pushes you forward.
Yeah, and I say, "Yeah, I have what you want. What's it to you?" I trying to act confident in this situation, you know, trying to give some attitude.
Well, you hand me that, and your two useless instructors are free to go. That's all I need. Don't give it to him. With it, he'll be able to. And then he says, it looks like he's gonna hit the old man with the sword. Like,
And I say, stop. I'll give it to you. I kind of like slowly reach in my backpack, and I just turn to everybody as I slowly take out the holocron slowly in my hands, and I say, "I have it. It's yours. Just let them go."
Okay, give me a discipline check. It's pretty hard. It's gonna be 2 red and a green.
Okay.
Man, I am only like 15 experience points away from getting the talent to help everyone with their discipline.
Okay, wait. It's 2 red and a purple.
Purple, sorry. And
Yeah.
like, you can build, everyone's here, so you can build your best discipline check.
Yeah. Who has the best discipline right now?
My discipline is yellow to green.
Viva?
2 green.
Spark?
I think I have. Let me check real quick. A yellow and 2 green.
Yellow and 2 green. Okay, so it's gonna be 1 yellow, 2 green, 2 red, 1 purple, and I think we should spend a light side point for this.
Totally.
Okay, and that's gonna be changing 1 green to a yellow, Do I have any talents to help with this situation? Okay, rapid reaction,
Everyone who's not upgrading your pool gives a boost, by the way, because you're all there watching.
Okay, how much boost do I get?
There's
Just
3
one?
of us, so
Yeah,
you should get 2.
okay, 2
Right.
boost. Yeah, because I'm using, basically, Spark's, discipline, so I'm getting the 2 boosts from Bran and Reva for this.
Exactly.
Okay, so all good with this roll?
Do it.
Oh!
You see just a second too late his guards start to crumble. You can see like his eyes widen as he like reaches to almost touch the thing. But then he notices like quickly everyone can tell that his guard is dropping. And he jerks it out of your hand with the force in his hand. Yes. Now this old man dies.
And I say, not today, as I am going to take out my, blaster pistol and I'm going to say, now! And I am going to attack.
All right, Unicorn, let's go.
Okay, so now I need to look at what I need to do. Okay, so I am going to use, rapid reaction. So yeah, we're rolling for initiative, correct?
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
These 3 foot soldier guys are going to be placeholders for your like dudes. Red Baron's going to be a placeholder for the
Unicorn.
No, he's a placeholder for the big bad guy.
Alright, and, well, we don't have Reva's token, here, so,
Yeah, let me pull that out.
yeah, for the initiative.
And she can't use her computer, right?
Yeah, my computer's being sucky.
It's
Okay.
okay, it's okay. Okay, so... Okay,
It's defaulting to vigilance because you were all expecting him to walk up and grab it and drop his. So it's a surprise. He's ready to go right away.
okay,
Wait,
how...
where's the
yeah.
initiative roll?
Yeah, because I don't see my initiative roll as well.
Oh, I didn't add you guys to it.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Hang on. Someone added themselves. I don't know who that is. Spark added themselves. So I'll add you two. There you go.
Okay, so using rapid reaction, I basically would spend a strain, so yeah. So, it's gonna be vigilance, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you have some kind of rule break for it.
No, just asking. And that's going to be that, and since I am going to suffer an extra strain, and I rolled 4 successes and 1 advantage, so I'm right after... I don't know who I'm right after.
Yeah, you're all PCs, so you can determine the initiative order as you choose.
Okay, I think I should go first. Unless...
Anyone
Actually,
just-
let me go first with formation tactics.
Yeah. Formation tactics.
Okay, here we go. Scroll down here. And it's gonna be... Shoot. It's 3 purple. Okay.
Succeed. Come on. Yes!
Alright.
One person gets bodyguard until the
Who has the lowest,
Defense?
yeah.
Me. I have 0 defense.
Alright, so you get defense.
The old
You get-
guy, the old guy looks like he's gonna be hit pretty soon too.
Oh, actually, yeah. No, that's correct. So what this formation attack doesn't give you defense. I always forget this. It actually upgrades attacks against them. So yeah, we're gonna be like, get the old man, everyone go, and then I'm gonna give him the thing. So when the guy tries to attack the old man, he has to roll red instead of just purples.
All right.
Okay.
So there we go.
Okay, so that's your
I can't
turn.
wait until I upgrade formation tactics. It's so much better when it's upgraded.
Yeah, next is going to be me, if everybody's okay with that.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Is everybody else okay with it?
Sure, I guess.
I'm just asking. Okay, so, the range is going to be medium? Half?
Yeah, you're at the edge of the door. You're at medium range right now.
So it's true purple.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Now, hold up.
Okay.
This is a little boss guy. You upgrade twice for 2 ranks of Nemesis. So it's 2 red.
Okay, so wait, so it's two...
And
It's 2
2
red.
red and 2 black.
Okay, so instead of purple, it's 2 red, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
2 red, 2 black. Because he's a big scary boss.
I'm checking.
Really?
I'm trying to check something.
Oh wait, I gotta have another guy out here. Don't worry, this is a friend.
Yeah, I'm just checking something. Is the black in any way representing like the lights?
It's range.
Like
range defense.
Okay, so it's a ranged defense. Okay, got it. So I was just asking in that regard. Okay, and I'm gonna also okay, wait. Is there any places where I could go take cover?
Yeah, you're in this old broken down temple. There's like fallen pillars and stuff all over the place.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the nearest fallen pillar for cover, and then gonna spend strain again to aim. Would that be 1 strain or 2 strain to aim?
It's 2 strain to take an additional maneuver.
Okay, so yeah. So that means it's
I
gonna...
posted the picture of Malefax. I'll post another one to get like, the full picture of him.
Got it. Yeah, he actually has a nice goatee.
His goatee's not shown in the second picture, but as written, he has a goatee. So
Yeah.
Wait, where are you posting this?
In the
game chat.
Yeah, in the general
Oh,
not in the
gosh,
general
dang it.
chat, but in the foundry. So that means I
Got it.
spent 2 strains. So that means I'm at 8 right now, and I get another
Nice.
boost. Okay, here I go. Are you really?
dang.
Really?
Whew.
Targeting system comes online. You get a beat on him, and then you press the button, and then you get error, low power.
Damn it,
You're out of
really?
ammunition.
And I say, damn, really? And like I kind of like hide behind cover as I am going to attempt to reload it. Does that?
Right.
Does that?
You're out of maneuvers. So that will have to take place on your next turn.
Yeah, got it. So I'm just hiding behind cover. Next is another PC.
And also, I'm going to use the threats to have the opponent immediately perform 1 free maneuver. He closes into melee range with the target, with the old man.
Damn it!
Alright, who's next?
Want the crazy sniper to go snipe something?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Snipe that.
That's probably better before I get into lightsaber range.
Yeah, you want to stop? Oh yeah, you're not in the game. So what are you doing? You're shooting the
One,
big
I'm trying to see
scary
if I
guy?
have.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
First, okay, so I would like to double aim.
All right. So that increases your strength to 4. Or no, 2, not 4. Okay.
And shoot the fucker.
Okay, so there's 2 blue. 2 setback. Alright, no.
And let me check something.
My dice pool is 2 yellow, 1 green, 2 red, 2 blue, 2 black. Tell me if that's not accurate.
I'm checking to see if I have something that negates defense.
I'm thinking your sniper rifle is pierced, so it should negate the defense.
That gets rid of
negates
soak.
Oh, soak, right. Ugh.
Oh damn it, the man has active yet this encounter.
That's
Or has he?
maneuver.
No,
Yep.
no, he is not acted. He hasn't
Quick
acted.
strike.
Out. Okay, what does quick strike? Let's see.
Add boost per rank of quick strike to combat checks.
Okay. You're 1 rank, right?
Yep.
So it's going to be 3 boost to this roll. Damn.
Okay.
Oh, hallelujah. Thank you. You hit.
Woo!
You want to recover 1 strain, or do you want to leave an opening for another ally to take advantage of?
I'm leaving an opening.
Good.
Next allied character gets a blue die. So when you fire at him, his free hand goes out and the blast goes into his hand, which is wounded, but it doesn't like melt away. Like you see minor burns where you would expect to see like bone. So he like
Well, that's
sucked-
crazy.
partially absorbed the energy of the blast.
Whoa. Whoa.
All right, who's next?
It is a NPC.
Oh, it is the NPC.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. So what do I want to do?
In hindsight, I should have just ordered the attack.
It's okay. He's our first boss.
Yeah.
You've had a couple bosses before this, just not ones that were actually scary because you brought in like 5 million NPCs to kill them. Let's see here. What do I want to do? Okay, so I'm going to do. As a maneuver, I'm going to activate. Alright. So, for the maneuver, I gotta roll force die. Oh, shit. Well, it's boss fight, he's gonna fucking spend it. Dark side. Soak increases by whatever the dark side pool is.
So that means it's 2, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever, then if you spend light side points, it goes up. And that's to the end of the encounter. Then he makes a. Yellow, green, red, purple. Okay, so he will succeed in connecting with the target. However, if Spark is committed to, on her turn, running to engage this guy, is that the case?
Yeah, she will.
If you have any parry, I'll allow you to make a parry check to deflect a blow.
I don't think I have parry.
Check.
No, I don't.
Damn.
All right, he does swing down and severely wounds the old man, who picks up a staff and partially deflects the blow, but he crashes through the staff and wounds him on the chest, and he hits him hard enough that he spins and falls on his stomach unconscious.
In what regard is the old man located now? Is he like away from the boss?
No, he's just laying down on the ground.
Okay, but
he's engaged with the boss. He's also at medium range.
Okay, because I was gonna say that if when hitting he gets knocked back and pushed and everything away from him, because if that was the case, I was just asking because I would, do something on my turn to that regard. But yeah. Now it's another PC, which is gonna be Spark.
Yep. So there's 3 groups of, or rather, there's 2 rivals and 1 mini group.
This Imperial Rogall, don't worry about that yet. They're not there.
Okay.
Red Baron is the only bad guy. These guys are a minion group that's on your side.
Okay. I'll move up to him then. Oh, I can't move my character.
Oh. Now you can.
I'm assuming that's 1 maneuver.
Well, you're currently at medium, so it'd be 2 maneuvers to close.
Okay. All right. And then I'll attack him with my action.
Okay. He has 2 defense, and he is a rank 2 nemesis. So that's 2 red, 2 black.
All right.
You have a boost because you're the next ally to go.
Yeah, that is true.
Right. Oh. Interesting.
Interesting indeed. You hit. You get 2 advantages.
Okay, so that'll be 11 damage. I'll use the 2 advantage to crit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your critical hit.
Right. So how do I do that? I forget how to roll critical injuries.
There's a little bullet point thing at the top that opens up the critical tables. You click on the critical injury table. Do you have vicious or anything?
I don't think. Let me check.
The ancient Tithonian prototype saber.
It has Thunder, Breach, and Cumbersome, so no. No.
Okay.
No vicious.
You just roll 1d100.
Okay.
Breach ignores all. Yeah, Breach ignores 10 soak, right?
10 soak, which is in excess of what he has, so
Yeah.
this will hurt. Alright, scattered senses.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. So he partially deflects the blow. Here's all the math. You did 11 damage. He's got some parry, but he's using an ancient sword, right? So this is going to explain the despair and all that. Like, you turn his weapon into slag, pretty much. I don't know what you want to spend the triumph on. It could be...
to sunder his weapon.
Okay, then that works great. His weapon's completely destroyed. You could, technically you just downgrade it, but for the, I'm gonna spend the despair and do damage to the weapon too, so.
Okay.
So you managed to break his weapon, but your weapon in return is damaged.
Not exactly. You hit the weapon and it he's parried pretty well, and he's got the length of the weapon against it, reducing the damage he takes pretty significantly. But you do, like, score a very painful slash across his chest, which makes him kind of double over and gasp gasp in pain. Now, when he does that, he focuses just enough to telekinetically throw the, like, molten metal in your direction. You can either take damage, or do you have, like, any kind of parry or anything like that?
I think the only defensive talents I have is bodyguard.
Okay, then I'll just do a move roll. So I'm basically interpreting it to where he gets, like, a counterattack.
Okay.
But, like, mechanically it's cool if he, like, uses move on you, I think.
Alright.
Ah, shit. His soak is dwindling. Yeah, he pushes the, like, molten slag on you, and he does 10 damage with it. Before soak.
Okay.
And now he's wielding, like, a wooden hilt.
So that brings me to 4 out of 20.
Okay, so who's next in the order? NPCs. Okay, that's pretty basic. They have yellow, yellow, red, red. They just opened fire because they weren't told to do anything different. And I'm not going to have a minion escalate a check, so they just miss. So they open fire, like, from rifles, and they've got auto fire, so they're, like, filling the air with, like, blaster bolts. He's doubled over. He does this really fancy acrobatic move that kind of Mission Impossible style, dodges a bunch of lasers, and then one of them is going to, like, hit him in the head, and he, like, absorbs the blast into his open palm after discarding his weapon.
That's crazy. Crazy awesome.
Okay, so now I need to roll initiative for another person who enters immediately. He stands up and he says, "You know nothing of power. You have too much restraint." And, like, reaches out, and Weaver can feel like a tug on her weapon, but he's got his back turned to the atrium behind him. You can feel like a tug on your weapon, like he's trying to pull it out of your hand. And then all of a sudden the tug stops as you hear behind him, and the wounded woman from the atrium jumps on his head and, like, scars his face, and he goes flies back in, like, the middle of everybody with this huge, like, hit on him. You can roll education to recognize this character. There's a Togruta with 2 Shoto white lightsabers standing at the gateway to the atrium.
What's the difficulty?
It was in the Clone Wars, so we'll make it 2.
What are we rolling?
Education.
or lore.
Would I get maybe a reducing difficulty for maybe having seen her before?
Yeah, if you want a freebie recognizer, that's cool too. I think you know who
Okay,
this
yeah.
is.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
gotta
say,
reduce in difficulty from my boss being a nerd.
Yeah, I think actually you had campaigns against the Fulcrum character, so you might have different. If you take a boost, you'll have a different. You'll know who it is in a different way. But yeah.
Well,
That
actually,
and I am not joking. My boss is a nerd.
actually, I would say, due to Movis's background in her last post, I would say that she also might have encountered certain things in, like, the Outer Rim on the
Fuck it.
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
Morvisis
it
and
would make
Arena are recognized this as a terrorist of Lothal Fulcrum. Alright? And
Oh.
Brandoon and Brandoon recognize this was a Jedi who fought in the Clone Wars under a really skilled Jedi. Don't know quite what her name is, but you know she's scary. And Spark has met this person before. This is Ahsoka Tano in her 30s.
In her 30s?
Yeah, she's middle aged now. It's been 20 years since she was 14, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Arena age.
So yeah, that's how that starts. I did roll, but I used my dice. I can re-roll if you want me to for attack. But I did this cool entrance. Can I just keep what I rolled?
Holding her lightsaber over the enemy, but she looks over and just yells out Ahsoka? Even though she doesn't know her personally. Like, they're not like friends, but...
Definitely re-roll, and you should up it.
Okay, so I'll re-roll it. She's pretty good. Enhanced dice. Oh shit. Okay, so she missed but kicked him back with an advantage. She didn't wound him. Alright.
Cool.
Actually, no, she would have succeeded because she got 3 on enhance. So yeah, same thing happened. Just did a little less damage.
I knew Fulcrum was a Jedi.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
I'm not a Jedi.
Ahsoka, what are you doing here? I thought you were dead.
We have business. We have business. As a man starts to stand up. Who goes next?
Can I take it so I can finish, or I can try to finish this guy off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
He does not have his defense because he doesn't have his weapon and he's on the ground.
Awesome. So then I get a boost
Fuck
from
him
him
up.
being prone?
Yep.
Okay.
Fuck him up.
Look him up.
So it's just 2 purple then? Or is it still 2 red?
2 red. He's still a scary adversary.
Great. I'm gonna double aim as well. Another triumph.
Double aim crew.
Bloop, bloop.
Well, you
Okay.
could do a vicious crit with a triumph, or you can take one of the triumphs listed below. Upgradable.
Yeah, I'll do the vicious crit.
Okay. You just put +10 in the roll and do the same thing.
Alright.
Overpowered.
Oh, yes. This is my
The
favorite
best one?
crit.
The target
Yeah.
leaves. Oh,
So
yeah.
all he has to defend himself is like his arms, and he raises them up and tries to empower them with this like absorb power, and you just blast them back, and he's completely at your mercy.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and roll that next attack then.
Could I do that? Because I actually have something that could be very useful.
Well, this is still in the same turn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like overpowered gives him a free action.
Oh.
Or
You
gives
get
her
a free
action.
attack.
Oh. I did not know that. Sorry.
So go ahead.
Right?
I don't know what to do with the fucking despair. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like
Extra conflict.
he's out of
Yeah, you take
you
conflict.
You knock him out. He's wounded and seriously injured.
Oh, ooh, ooh.
Oh, is he not dead?
Well,
I have
mean,
an idea for the despair.
Okay.
So,
We'll see if he's dead.
Spark could take a conflict because when Spark did the critical hit, like you overpowered him and you felt like anger and power and just like you just wanted to destroy this guy, and so you just started doing that whole like Anakin like beating the fuck out of the guy, and you felt like the dark side flow through you for a bit.
Oh geez, he lost one of his limbs.
Yeah,
You
and
cut
so
off a limb.
he tries to. He's trying to protect himself. I surrender. You don't hear it. You keep pounding on him, and you rip his arm off until he just collapses in complete agony, either dead or close to it. When your head clears, you can see the steam rising from his severed limb.
That was pretty metal.
Heck yeah.
Oh. Well, I won't say I didn't mean to do that, but I didn't mean to do that.
Sure.
Is the holocron there with him?
Yeah, it rolls out on the ground next to him.
I'll reach down and grab it. Next time, let's try not to get this thing over so easily, huh?
I was trying to get an opening for us. My bad.
Melvar! And she runs over to tend to the old guy's wounds, pulls out a stem pack and a med pack and starts trying to bind his wounds.
I then say, here, and I pass an emergency med pack.
Thanks. Hold him down for me.
I help out.
Alright, so her medicine's gonna be her intelligence roll. It's 3. Can you all beat that? Anyone trained or anyone have intelligence higher than 3?
No. Mine is 3 green, sadly.
Okay. So, boost. And stabilizing. She binds up his wounds where he stops bleeding and says he'll be okay. He'll probably won't be with us for a few days.
Alright. I calm Reva's sister, which I always keep forgetting her name. I think she's in Allies.
Palin.
Shaylin. Right?
Aylin.
Oh. Wait, Palin? Palin Keys?
Palin Cass.
Palin Cass, thank you. Palin! Get the ship down here. We're gonna need a medevac.
I don't have a med bay, but I got the evac.
We have a med bay on the
Endar Spire. That's where we're gonna go.
Endar Spire.
That's what we're gonna do. I then say to Unicorn, and I say, well, the job's done. I'm thinking we should look around the temple to see if there's anything of interest. If you find any valuables, well, I don't know. I mean,
You just docked my men's pay by 75%.
yeah,
That's some gall.
yeah.
I have a good way to make this work. Anything that isn't Jedi Force power related, y'all can have. How about that? Does that work for all of us here? I look at the rest of our group.
That sounds pretty good.
Bark?
Yeah.
Okay.
She moves to bind the wounds of the malefactor guy. Do people help her with that?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'll help, because I'm a friendly guy, and I don't know anything about this dude. I don't understand
Yes.
the Force or anything.
Yeah, Spark is also gonna lend some aid and everything.
I am.
Spark is? Or do you mean Morvisis?
Morvisis.
Okay. You said Spark.
Oh, pff. Sorry, name mix. Sorry.
It's okay.
I said
This
I.
was that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Visla, is that you? You're about 3 feet taller last time I saw you.
Yeah. So were you.
She kind of smiles a little bit. Look, I don't want to be like the old man here. I know it's a bunch of hypocrisy, but you gotta learn how to control your temper.
Yeah. I just got this lightsaber recently. I'm working on it.
She's looking at it after she's bound this guy's wounds. That's a real old design. That's pretty impressive what you got there.
Makes me wonder how the guy before ended up with it.
Well, where'd you find it?
Well, that's a long story. Not sure one that we have time to tell right now.
Hey, I'm parked out next to this hard point. They conned me, said it was safe. They ain't shooting at me yet.
Yes, land right outside the temple. We're gonna need to rush this injured person straight to the med center in the Endar Spire.
Persons. It's not Melix's fault that he got taught a bunch of bullshit.
Good point.
So wait, we're going to also tend to the boss.
Are we?
Why
Oh,
not?
the bad guy. Yeah.
Are we? What if I just stick my saber through him?
No, because like no one told me that.
Well, Ahsoka just said it.
Okay.
This fulcrum.
She puts a hand on Visla's like wrist and shakes her head. You understand? You weren't here. This is a kid who got told the wrong thing, and when his family died, no one was allowed to help him grieve. Was told to try to forget it. You ever had to deal with something like that?
That's not good.
Spark has indeed had to deal with something like that, so she understands. She sort of just nods and says, "Fine, we can get him the help he needs."
I know he's committed some serious crimes, and he'll answer for them, but it's not his fault.
Great. He should be given a chance to state his side of the story too, I guess.
Yeah. She seems a little distant for a second. Tell your guys not to trouble the archive.
What's the archive?
I'll show you. She gestures. Everyone to follow. Goes into another antechamber. You see that there was a struggle in here. And there's a bunch of like hollow discs lined up in a wall. This is what Morans was able to get out of the temple when they attacked it 20 years ago. He had it in his mind to restart the whole order from here. That was our hope for the future. I didn't agree with him, but he reached out for help, and people I'm looking for, we can't find them anymore.
Hmm.
I was worried that our messages wouldn't reach anyone. Who sent you out here?
It was old Ben Kenobi.
He's alive, and you see like her face like light up really brightly.
Yeah, I thought the same thing when I first saw him.
Well, he was always good at bringing good people together. I think this could be a great opportunity for all of us to learn from each other and change what we had into what we need. The gatekeeper appears from the datachron. You are quite right, young lady. So that's a good break point. You guys want to take huh?
I said
You
sweet.
You guys want to take a break and keep playing or what?
I mean, I can. Yeah.
I'm down.
I'm good. Yeah. Let's take a break and then we can keep going for a little bit.
Okay. Brick time.
All right.
I thought that ended pretty well, personally.
Yeah.
We're at 12:42. So 12:50. I thought that was a really cool ending. Yet again, the boss monsters aren't nearly as scary as they're supposed to be.
Well, we also like, I mean, Morpheus got like the entire like brute squad on our side, so.
Yeah, go me.
Roll the triumph.
So I'll do kind of housekeeping for people who are sticking around. Ancient relics. Scavenging the temple for valuables. Their team splits 7,000 credits worth of like loose money between their team and your team, so you guys get 4,500. And there is an archive of about 300 like ancient Jedi texts, and there are 2 other holocrons, which Fulcrum says that she hasn't tried to unlock them. She doesn't really trust the old ways. There's a reason that the Force decided things had to change. And
Question.
She's not too keen on like old knowledge.
Question. So the group has 45,000, and we're gonna divide that
Take
amongst
a zero
ourselves.
off of that. Take a zero off of that. 4,500.
Oh, 4,500.
Yeah, your share of looting the temple is 4,500.
As a group.
As a group.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, 45. So it's 450.
4,500.
450.
4,500.
Got it. Okay, and I'm gonna calculate that. Okay, so 45,000 divided by 4. We each get 1,125. So 1,125 credits from looting temple.
Now, do you guys double back and search further than they do, or are you just gonna leave it to the mercs to search the place?
Morvisis is gonna be grown to curiosity, and she is going to investigate the temple further. For she felt this pull of mystical ways, and she is going to like investigate this temple further to better understand these things.
Yeah, and the crew found the 2 holocrons. Let me go and write that down. One's one blue, yellow, one red, orange.
Okay.
So write those down if you decide to uncrack them later.
2 data crons. One is red.
Red and orange. The other one is blue and yellow.
Okay, red and orange. The other is blue and yellow, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Hang on. I'm not releasing my computer. Okay, give me a perception difficulty. Well, how long are you spending? Are you spending a couple hours? Are you spending just giving a once over? Give me some narrative.
I would say I would spend like maybe an hour or two looking.
Okay.
How about, like, how long are we all planning on staying here?
Yeah, because there was the rush on the thing, so I would guess when Peline is taking Fulcrum and I guess Dumb to the end of Spire, Morvisis is gonna like probably stay behind to do like the housekeeping of like getting her the group's share of the credits while looking around.
Okay,
Until the ship comes back to pick her up.
All right, so that'll take about 30 minutes. Okay. Give me a 2 difficulty perception check then.
Okay.
Okay, you do find you find like an open datacron that's almost it's not got a lot of data in it. It's not useful as an artifact, but it has several math puzzles in it. Do you try to solve it?
Yeah, I try to solve it.
Okay, that would be education. Difficulty 3.
I'm gonna spend a light side.
When the ship returns, you've got an idea, and you almost don't want to give up on it yet. But you haven't solved it. You've gotten about 75% through it, and you've got a rhythm to it. You know to lead with a higher number before a lower number. You know the pattern. If you just had more time, you could do this.
Okay.
What do you do?
Okay. Is the Datacron portable?
It is, but if you start to move it, the puzzle starts to shut off, saying that it's not in vicinity to make needed manipulations for rewards.
Okay. I calm Peline and to anyone else who is going to go with her to come pick me up, that I'm just going to be here for a couple of hours because I found something that could be of interest, and I'm going to attempt it again.
Okay, sure, total.
Okay, so same
Totes
roll.
what goats, man.
So same roll.
Given more time, you just crack it.
Oh.
It just takes you longer.
Okay.
It reveals in the room, like one of the stone walls slides to the side, and it reveals like a little closet inside. Peering into it, you can see a handful of like 3 faintly glowing crystals, and there's something else. I need a second to find it.
Sweet what?
Faintly glowing crystals. I'll give you more detail in a second. And there's something else that I'm having trouble finding. Where are the artifacts? Like a mask or something. Anyone know the Force and Destiny book better than me? I'm trying to find where like the artifacts
Sure.
are.
Oh, the artifacts?
Yeah.
Here, let me pull it out real quick. They're right at the end of, I think, equipment, aren't they? Or are they in the GM section?
Right.
You're either at the end of equipment, or they're in the GM area. The Jedi Sith, yeah. Lost artifacts at 396.
Thank you.
No problemo.
Okay.
Yep, this is where they are.
There is in kind of a sealed display case, there's a full Beskar gauntlet. It has runes on it that aren't Ardesh. It's some foreign language.
Okay, so 3 faintly glowing crystals and 1 Beskar gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'll tell you about tell you about the crystals in a second here. One of the faintly glowing crystals is a violet color. You have to make rolls to like know what these are, but it's like a faint violet color. Another one is a kind of indigo sky. Well, no, not indigo, like sky blue azure color. And
Okay, so sky blue, sorry, azure color.
yes. And another one is a bright blue color, but it's got multiple cracks and fractures on the side.
Blue color with cracks on the side. Okay. And I have to do what to figure them out?
You only need to, when you get on the ship, you need to figure out like lore checks to kind of figure out what this stuff is.
And I think it would be a lot easier to have the HoloNet with that or something, or database.
Sure.
Okay, I'm carefully going to pick the crystals up, put them in my bag, as I'm also going to carefully take the gauntlet out of the case and put it in my bag.
Okay. When you touch the metal of the gauntlet, you feel like almost as if it's sentient. There's a kind of thirst for battle and hatred emanating from it. It feels impatient. Why is it not around the throat of a weakling?
How big is the display case that it's in?
Half a meter long.
Like, is it able to be
quarter-meter
carried?
tall.
Is it
Yeah.
able to be carried?
It'd be like 2 encumbrance.
Yeah, I'm gonna carry it with the case in it because I don't want to touch it yet until we figure this stuff out. So yeah, I'm gonna carry it with the case in it.
Let's try to get Felicity here because she's probably interested in some of this stuff.
She is here.
She's not. She's deafened.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're on the ship. You've got the person in the med bay. You're the like reclamation service guy. He didn't study medicine, but he's pretty smart. He offers to kind of look over the injured if you want him to.
Totally.
I'm here. Sorry, I had to step out for a second.
Okay, so Morvissus found a faintly glowing violet crystal,
Oh,
a sky blue crystal, a severely damaged blue kyber crystal, and
You weren't supposed to say Kyber.
Oh.
I'm giving you a hard time.
Well, I already knew that they were kyber crystals, but Morvissus
I know,
doesn't
we
know.
all
No.
did, but yeah.
only one of them's a kyber crystal.
Oh.
Oh. The others are both crate dragon pearls.
No. You'll find out if you research it or take it to some kind of Jedi person.
Look, pokey religions and silly crystals are no match towards a heavy repeating blaster at your side.
Probably most interesting, he found a Beskar gauntlet with clawed tips on it that's in a display case and has ancient writing on the display case.
can I try and read the writing?
It's a 4 difficulty education check, unless you know Sithari.
No, I don't. I thought it would be Mando. That's why I asked.
Nope.
Could
Yeah, that's I thought it was Mando too. And nope.
could I? Oh.
Well,
Yeah, and you also have those 2 holocrons, and one of them is also kind of interesting.
Uh,
They're both interesting, but one of them, might Vissla might be super duper into.
Okay, I'm also going to try to figure out that language as well.
Okay.
the same roll.
Well, I don't know shit. I just see this gauntlet and everything, and I'm trying to figure this stuff out.
Does anything happen if I put the gauntlet on?
Oh yeah.
Touching the gauntlet makes you feel its thirst for battle and hatred. Just touching it.
Yeah, Morvissus
you can-
warns her before they touch it.
You can almost hear it whisper, "Why am I not clenched around a weakling's throat?"
I put it on.
No. Oh, it's the equivalent of freaking the hand of Vecna, dude.
Even better.
Oh my god.
Have you all ever heard of the story of the head of Vecna?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to ever work.
Right, yeah. Alrighty.
So while you have it on, use my power. You can tear things asunder and stuff like that. If you let it, you can find out that if you form a grip around something, the power of the grip is nigh unbreakable.
Interesting. So which one of you wants to try it out?
The Gauntlet of
thanks.
Crassus, created by the ancient Sith Lord for his avarice, the Gauntlet of Crassus is worn on the left hand. While worn, its wearer's grip is unbreakable, and when the wearer uses the force to pull an item into his grasp, the telekinetic strength is increased tenfold. The Gauntlet of Crassus is thought to be buried alongside the tomb of Lord Crassus, somewhere in the Valley of the Dark Lords. But these people unearthed it.
Interesting.
Was that the tomb that we just went into?
No.
Oh.
The Valley of the Dark Lords is on Korriban. but
Oh, thank
these
God.
people found this artifact and had it locked away somewhere.
Okay, good.
So yeah,
Yeah, I go
unlocking-
try to find
unlo-
Ahsoka.
She says that Spark would be interested in the yellow holocron. She thinks it's the archive of somebody from her clan. The blue one is one of the temple teachers who teaches basics to younglings. It's good for entering into the Neiman technique. She identifies the crystals as a unstable kyber crystal. That's the blue one. Effects are the base damage on a weapon would be 6, critical rating is 2, breached 0, has Sunder. As a maneuver, can increase force rating by 1. This persists until using the extra die to fuel a force talent or force power. DM may spend disadvantages that cause the lightsaber to sputter and fail. The purple one is a Dantari crystal, native to Tatooine. Base damage 7, critical 2, so it's kind of base lightsaber stats. When making a force power check, as part of a combat check, they may spend dice to recover strain. Like they may spend light or dark to recover strain. So you get basically the force power of it. You're wielding this weapon, you make an attack, go ahead and roll your force. If you're not doing something else with the force, and each light side point, you can recover strain. Ghostfire Crystal. The sky blue one is a Ghostfire Crystal, slightly lower damage, 6. Wielder may spend 4 advantages or 1 triumph to prevent the target from using parry to reduce damage from their attacks.
I think that would work for Spark, the sky blue one.
The Ghostfire?
Yeah, the Ghostfire.
I have been looking to get a second saber.
I'll drop them all in the thing. To unlock Datacrons, you have to make like education checks, difficulty 3, both of them. And you figure out what the Sithari gauntlet does because you're fucking wearing it, and it's telling you about its great and powerful lord who sat upon a throne of diamond and shit. Use me to crush the necks of the weak and to take all that you desire. Yeah, it's a dark side artifact. There might be consequences.
Like I said, Hand of Vecna.
Interesting.
Gives you the death grip.
No. The Force Choke.
So y'all
Right.
do y'all want to try to unlock the archives you found, or no?
Yes.
Okay, it's 3 difficulty education, unless you have some other idea.
Can I just try to brute force it?
Well, I mean, it's like a puzzle.
Oh, okay.
Like you have to twist the gear. It's like a portable puzzle, and if you get it, then it unlocks. And you
Like
can
a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
But magical and made of crystal.
Question. How many Datacrons were there?
3, but only 2 of them are actual artifacts. One of them was just there to be a computer for the puzzle to find the gauntlet and shit.
Okay.
Plus, you already have the holocron, right?
Yeah, you've already unlocked the one for the Guardian. These are the 2 not counting that one.
Yeah, we already have the Datacron that was for the Gauntlet. We have the Datacron with the built-in computer, and we have the blue and the yellow Datacron. Correct?
So, yeah, and just so we don't get too far ahead, this is a big deal for Wave's character. Are you with me? Because I know you want this addressed.
Yeah.
Okay. After being bothered by people, what's this glowing thing for a while, she goes into meditation and then comes to see you and says, I'm the one that's supposed to watch the child.
Never.
You probably want to... I sense some really strong feelings for this child, and you don't know me at all. So that's really your decision. Would you like to get to know me? She kind of smiles.
That would probably be for the best, seeing as the only real impressions I have of you are you giving Mesnu and the rest of the boys the runaround.
I mean, hey, that's never a bad impression.
To be fair, the boys were trying to kill civilians, so the runaround was the right thing to give them.
I know. Just following orders.
She sits down with you. General gist is she used to really believe in all this stuff. She's grown to distrust it. There were major flaws in the order when she was young. She was blamed for things she didn't do. Everyone knew she didn't do them, and she chose to walk away from it because it looked like she was going to be cast out for doing nothing wrong. She was forced to lead as a young child, to lead men to their deaths, and she hates that. She has constantly been trying to avoid her duty because she thinks her duty comes from a flawed place. She's very clear to say that the Order is not what the Empire says it is. It is just an old, dogmatic order that doesn't change with the galaxy. She would like nothing better than to have an assignment where she is keeping a young child safe.
Yeah, well, I suppose if you've told me all of this, I should tell you a bit about myself. More specifically, about the child you'll be protecting.
Okay.
You might notice that the people on the ship mostly refer to me as Weva Kess. That is a name that I've gone by since I left the Empire 2 years ago now. True name, Irena Lederay, formerly Lieutenant Commander Irena Lederay. Served on the Chimera for years by this point.
You've known
Until
me.
Mesnu died, I was with him and his boys. After Mesnu died, I was the new leader.
You've known me as the terrorist identified as the Fulcrum. My birth
Right.
name is Ahsoka. It's a pleasure to meet you, Irene.
Pleasure to meet you too. Don't know whether you've seen any of the Hollows, but the one non-human Grand Admiral. You've probably seen me at his side.
Yeah.
He
What was his
is...
name? Like Throb or
Yeah.
Tron? Braun? It wasn't Bran. I know that. It was something.
Swan.
Tron.
Baseball
Ron.
Mitt Ron Naruto.
So you actually are able to work out behind her eyes that she can tell that you have strong feelings for this person, but finds it extremely annoying when old men say your feelings betray you, so she's stifling it for you to tell her because she thinks that stuff is really annoying.
He is the boy's father. He's got a double dose of this Force bullshit. Both sides. Nikolai, he's a good kid. Bit too much like his father sometimes.
You know Obi-Wan, who's told me that I am to train the child, and she kind of rolls her eyes at that. In the years since, I want nothing more than to be free of all of this. I've seen innocent people die because of who they are. If I teach your child anything, it will be how to hide themselves. And when he reaches adulthood, to live a normal life without people hunting.
I think that's probably for the best. If he wants to be taught any of this Jedi stuff, well, that's his to ask.
I wish we lived in better times. You'd be a really good mother. And she
Thanks.
offers to give you a hug.
Arena will hug.
Pats you on the back and So there's no bad blood between us. I understand how it is.
Gotta say, the whole Fulcrum operation was genius.
Thank you. Your commanding officer is a cunning one, isn't he? He's a schemer.
Yeah. If he wasn't
assume-
so indebted to the Emperor, he probably would have destroyed the whole thing by now.
I assume that since you haven't, you're not talking to SIS about this, you and him are estranged?
Oh, definitely. Some inquisitors caught wind of my skills and, well, told me to join up or die. Been trying to make my way to the unknown regions to connect with another old commanding officer of mine, Eli Vanto. Kept getting waylaid.
She gives a wry smile. So if I'm gonna be Auntie, we need to trade data. We need to trade information anyway. If you want some help on how to hide yourself or any kind of guidance, I'll be glad to give it to you.
Thank you. It's much appreciated.
And yeah, she exchanges like calm link with you and stuff like that. So people playing around with magic artifacts, how you want to try to unlock these datacrons?
Okay, question. Who is unlocking which datacron?
I'd like to take a crack at the one that the one that had my clan's archives, I think they said.
Yeah, Ahsoka said that there was an archive from some member of your clan on the orange one. So that's a hard education roll to try to crack it without help. Do you want to try to get help, or you want to try to do it, or what?
Could I help him? Because I would say, since I already unlocked one, me helping Dumb would give them a boost.
Yeah, anyone working on it can combine their skill pools like normal on it.
Well, yeah, but my education is 3 green.
I would say it'd probably be best to give Spark a chance to do it on their own first, unless they ask for help.
Okay.
So what was the difficulty?
3 purple.
Right. Could I maybe ask Ahsoka for help?
Ahsoka is indisposed. She yeah, I'll help you later, but I gotta meet this kid, you know.
Okay.
This is more important. And you wear yourself out on it after like 30 minutes of messing with it. You've gotten far enough to get like a message. These are the archives of my time with this temple of warriors. And warriors is said in kind of a dismissive tone.
Interesting. So I'm assuming I can't just keep rolling until I get it.
Yeah, like you're just having it's a really crazy puzzle, and it's not really your kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll go ask the others for help then.
All right, so who wants to combine dice pools and try to crack the thing?
Though Spark is very unhappy about having to ask for help.
Well, Mrs. is on the bridge, basically on her data pad, as she is, like, being in contact with, Unicorn, as, she is saying that it was great working with you, hope we get to work again, and everything, as we are about to take our leave of the planet.
Okay, and he says he wants to talk with the Dune character to talk about. He's still paid pretty good. I mean, I can't really offer you a big campaign for that, but maybe we need to keep in touch. You have his calm. He seems like he's.
Yeah, I'll totally talk with Unicorn, and we'll
Yeah,
we'll work some stuff out.
Yeah, I give Bran the bridge as I am walking through the halls now, and I guess maybe I bump into Spark.
Okay.
Bump into you.
Spark is just holding the cube, frowning heavily.
You need some help, Spark?
I mean, I guess you can take a crack at it. I've been trying this damn thing for hours.
Put my data pad away. I gently take it, look at it, and I am going to make the education roll.
All right, you get a bonus. You get a boost from what Spark's already discovered.
All right.
This is a pretty tough one. You get to these fools fight with no armor. I had to research the old ways so I could become a true warrior.
Sounds like a Mandalorian to me.
I kind of give it back and say, keep trying. You'll get it eventually.
I sure hope so.
And, yeah, Morvisis is actually going to head to the med bay.
Okay. Guy there, these people are pretty wounded. We're not gonna be able to get anything out of them till we're underway. Where are we going, by the way? I've set up a wireless. I hope it's okay. I set up a wireless thing so I can run your astigation from here.
Well, our plans is to go to Ord Mantell, probably to look up on some of those bounties that we found, and probably check in with long-range communiques with Tarkin about our little detour. I would have to lowball that a bit.
I see.
For now, you set the coordinates for Ord Mantell. We'll figure some stuff out. Maybe find some medical people there to help us out. Discreetly, probably.
Those calculations are easy. We're ready to go once you hit the hyperdrive.
Alright. Let Bran know of this as well. He's on the bridge.
Right. Bridge, this is medical. I've locked in our next destination. You just say go and we're on our way.
Go.
And it's that nerdy dude from way back, the guy that got arrested.
Yeah. I remember him.
So I guess we'll wrap up. Okay, so they kind of ask, they poke around and they're like really careful about this. They're like, you guys are flying a refurbished, really nice cruiser. You've got a new transponder on it. I'm guessing you're not Imperial agents. Like they're trying to feel you out. Like while you're talking with Unicorn, he's trying to feel you out for your political leanings.
Well, we're pretty pro, force, and at least some of us are. And I don't know if you've heard that phrase before, but may the force be with you. Like, I only know of one group of people who use that regular. Like,
oh, So I lose a lucrative crazy employer to find a new crazy employer, and he laughs a little bit.
I mean, I think the rebellion's got a good head on its shoulders. I mean, haven't you heard of? Well,
Well, that's terrorist talk, he says in a really facetious tone.
Yeah, terrible terrorists, freeing people from, yeah.
All right, my boys were worried you were some kind of strike team from the Empire. That puts that to rest.
Oh no, some of us are ex, Empire, but then I'd say half the rebellion is ex-Empire at this point. So, we're pretty,
We're looking to head into core worlds to try to find something lucrative to do. If you're headed that direction, we'll be glad to escort.
Sure, yeah, that'd be fantastic. We'd love that.
You were a lot of fun to work with. Glad that old man's okay.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna send a packet. You're gonna want to have whoever's on your comms take a look at it. It's a encryption suite that'll allow you to contact us whenever you want.
Yeah, I will. Thank you. And I accept the packet and I send it on over to our nerdy friend.
You got a couple of those. You got a southern one, and you've got to collect Warhammer 40K part 1.
Yeah, I sent it to both of them.
All right.
Yeah.
This is
Adrian Voss and Easy Pete.
Right. You're making friends with some real professionals here.
Yeah.
That's some serious code. And like, yeah. Well, I got this loaded in. I got comm links for them. I'll put them on speed 77, so you can get to them real easy. It'll take a minute to run up. Won't be able to do this if you're in like full war mode, like you got your shields up and stuff.
Right.
So yeah, he just asks where you're headed, where's your destination. If they didn't tell you, you just look at the astrogation. They've got you programmed to go and head to Ord Mantell.
Oh no, they told me. I think.
Okay. So yeah, that's great. There's a lot of work out that way.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Anything else anyone want to do before you go underway?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
definitely at some point soon would like to spend some of my credits on modifying my blasters and stuff like that, upgrading them a bit.
Yeah, well, you're about to head to Ord Mantell. I got
okay, all right.
Blasters in the world, so.
Cool.
On the way there, I would like to look at the Ghost Fire Crystal in particular because it seems interesting.
What do you mean exactly, look at it?
I don't know, just sort of like, look at it.
Do you think it's a cool color, and you're just like messing around with it? Okay.
I'm vibe checking it with the Force.
You are. You're a kind of sneaky character, so yeah. You're not like Force sensitive yet, but like you are Force sensitive, but you don't have like the dice yet.
I have the dice. I have Force powers.
Oh right. Well then, fuck yeah. This won't be hard at all.
I don't have the Force powers. That's what you meant.
Yeah. Basically, I'm asking to run a sense check on it.
Sure. Yeah. Run a sense check on it.
What are the vibes?
Yeah, I totally forgot. You're a Jedi Seeker. You're not like a soldier. Duh.
Yeah. I can't outrun my sense check because of the computer, but.
Oh right. You got Force rating 1, right?
Yep.
You rolled 1 light side point.
I would like to use my light side point to vibe check.
All right. Ghost Fire Crystal has an air of it has a slight air of. It's hard to call an inanimate object arrogant, but it's distasteful of brute tactics. It it thinks that it's foolish that all who have touched it plan to rebuild something that failed before. That the path to destroying a new enemy is a new plan. Uh, it's sneaky, and I mean it's an inanimate object, so it's none of these things, but it gives off like feelings of like uh, sneaky, getting your opponents into a position they cannot win. You know, tricking your opponents. As far as like if it connects to you, yeah, it's got a lot in common with you actually. Like you're kind of on a superior tactical strike from the shadows kind of vibe. So yeah, it gives you a kind of calm buzz, you know.
Hell yeah, we're vibing.
So if you were to craft a lightsaber with it, it would be attuned to you. If that's what you're kind of getting at.
Yeah. I thought it might be for the best that me, the stealthy character, trying to get the crystal.
The stealth crystal.
What other crystals do they have?
I put them in the thing. Like I put them in items. Oh shit! I didn't allow you to look at them yet. Shit. Hang on. Configure parameters. All players. Observer. Configure parameters. All players. Observer. Configure parameters. All players. Observer. If you have a lightsaber, you can compare the stats in there by opening up your lightsaber and clicking on the crystal that's already in there and compare with what's in there. So you currently have a Dantari crystal, so the Dantari crystal is the exact same type of crystal. The other ones would lower your damage slightly, what would give you different buffs. Do you see the 3 crystals now?
Yeah.
Okay.
The unstable kyber crystal.
So going underway, after about 2 days, the mail fax starts to wake up. You get a contact from Medbay. Hey, the sulfur sniffer's awake. You know, peg arm. I've got him under sedation right now.
Is this like in the morning or
Middle of the day, 2 days after going into hyperspace.
yeah? Morvis is just currently on the bridge, you know, just monitoring the systems and say, copy that.
So if anyone wants to go question him, he's around. After spending some time calling and making some friends, Fulcrum is suggesting that when you get to Ord Mantell, she's got a friend who can give her a ride out into the unknown regions. And gives you like a description of the planet. It's a little backwards, like in you being CB because you're the mother, right? It's a little backwards. It's like a farming planet that provides a lot of grain to the Ascendancy, but it's not part of the Ascendancy, like they're a trading partner. Climate is like Mediterranean, like Southern California kind of climate. Very pleasant. A lot of islands and water. Last place in the world the Empire would want to conquer. She puts it that way.
Yeah, especially since the Empire doesn't know where the Ascendancy is.
Yeah. And she doesn't know that they trade with the Ascendancy. They trade with some mysterious, powerful entity. But you knowing a lot about the Chiss put two and two together.
Like, oh, perfect.
Do.
Oh, I should.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I should tell you a little bit. Here is a write-up on the main language used here. Here is a write-up on a language you might hear sometimes. The Empire doesn't know where this place is. They will never know where this place is unless the Grand Admiral falls.
So I'm guessing this large benefactor of theirs is the Chiss Ascendancy?
Yes. This is Cybisti. This is Chun.
Do I need to be worried about that? Isn't the Ascendancy an ally of the Empire?
Oh no. They kicked him out.
Really? Well, if next we meet I can call him a rogue that was disowned by his own people?
Yeah,
I wouldn't
pretty much.
do that. I wouldn't do that to you.
He doesn't much care for them. Well, he cares very deeply for them. If you ever run into somebody named Vanto, you might. You'll know him because he's like the one not Chiss working in the Ascendancy.
Okay. I think this planet was colonized by humans and lost contact with the Republic. One of the High Republic many thousand years ago. They've been pretty much independent since then. So I thought it was a good. I'm glad you like it. Like, let me give you coordinates if you need to come visit. I'll keep the same comm that I gave you. Being in the unknown regions, we might have a little bit of a lag in communication. Is that acceptable?
Oh, definitely.
Awesome.
I'll
start showing the little gremlin pictures of his new house then.
Yeah.
Unless you want to.
Well, I can do that. Though one thing you should know. He is amazing at hyperspace calculations.
Sorry.
I have a reason for this, actually. From the dad's side. Something, they're called the Skywalkers.
Wait, what? Hang on. I thought the dad was Thrawn. Skywalker?
Yes.
Who's good? Who's half Skywalker?
The Ozili Esahembo translates to Skywalker in basic. At least that's what I was told.
Oh, the person you were... The friendly person you were talking about. I thought you were talking about your son. I was like, whoa.
No, I'm talking about my son.
Oh. Then
Okay.
I'm totally lost.
Okay, I shall now explain to you the concept of the Ozili Esahembo.
Okay.
Also known as the Chiss Navigators.
Okay.
They are young Chiss children who have the power to navigate through the Force.
Alright.
Because this child is Force sensitive and part Chiss, I was like, haha, wouldn't it be funny if he could have some fun Ozili Esahembo powers?
Okay, so he's not related to the Skywalker dynasty, it's just...
No, they're called
a Skywalker, and they're like, okay.
Yes.
Got it.
This is also known as Anakin Skywalker could now pronounce Ozili Esahembo. In the Anakin meets Thrawn saga, which was a thing.
Alright. Cool. Alright. When you say Skywalker, when you say it means Skywalker, she does like... You have a double take for a second. I'm sure it's a coincidence. I used to know a guy named Skywalker.
Anakin?
Yeah.
Yeah, the boss met him too.
Can't imagine that went over well.
Actually didn't go too badly.
I guess they vibe checked on the arrogance meter.
From what I gather, the only thing my superior noted was the fact that this man absolutely refused to pronounce his name correctly. It was getting kind of irritating.
Yeah, that sounds like him. She has this kind of wistful, like, smile, but doesn't go into it. You can sense there's, like, some pain in remembering this Skywalker character. Anything else we want to deal with? Does anyone want to talk to the two people? They'll wake up through the journey. You guys want to deal with that before you get to Ord Mantell, or no?
Can I just go ahead and ask if everyone's okay with me grabbing the unstable kyber crystal?
Yeah, go right ahead.
I may not be. Yeah, totally. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'll go with the violet crystal.
You're turning violet.
How do I drag this into my inventory?
You don't drag it in your inventory. You go into your weapon, and you have to delete the crystal that's already in it, and then drag this crystal over top of it. So you go.
Could I possibly? Would you say there's maybe materials to make a lightsaber on the ship?
It would be difficult.
Do we have?
You could try to scavenge it. It might be beyond, like, the skills of your crew. You can try it.
Is anyone here particularly good at mechanics?
You don't have to make a mechanics roll to construct your own personal lightsaber. In Force and Destiny, there are rules for a person constructing their personal lightsaber, and I believe you either use lightsaber as the skill check, or you get, like, you do still roll mechanics, but it's like 3 difficulty easier or something like that. I'm going to look it up real quick.
What about scavenging materials from shit laying around on your ship?
Well,
that would be like mechanics or like a search or something like that. The actual construction part, once you get to that, that's, I'll look it up real quick. But yeah, the scavenging thing is its own thing.
Also, is there stats for the gauntlet? Because I don't see it in the item page.
It's real. It's not in the items. It's on, like, it's way down. It's like 390 something. It doesn't really have stats. It doesn't really have stats. When you grasp something with the gauntlet, only you can ungrasp it.
Okay.
That's what it does.
All right.
Like, no one can force your hand open. They can chop your hand off. That's the only way you're letting go. And then the gauntlet still is holding on to it. So they have to destroy the gauntlet to get at whatever you're holding on to.
So when a character modifies attachments on their own personal lightsaber, they decrease the difficulty of the mechanics check by 2 to a minimum of simple, which is a single purple.
We'll make it like 2 to scavenge the materials.
All right, mechanics.
Yeah.
Are any of you good at mechanics?
Nope.
I only have a true green, I believe, or is it 3 green? Yeah, I only have 3 green, sadly.
Okay, can I assist Morbisis for looking into the materials?
Sure.
All right. She'll find Morbisis and say, "Hey, can you help me scavenge some materials for a weapon?"
Sure. I'm not busy on the bridge as much. She gets up and is going to go help you scavenge. What's the difficulty?
Well, I need a power converter and a A to B socket and yada yada yada. It's too difficulty to scavenge the material.
Do you want to use a lightsaber to flip? Or...
And I get a boost die for this, correct?
Yes.
Then yes, I am going to use a boost die. And I'm making the roll.
Ooh.
I am not getting any successes.
With 75 credits, once you get to Ord Mantell, you can get the last part. It's a little esoteric.
Okay.
But it's something you can find at any hardware store.
Awesome. All right.
Anything else we want to do before we enter Ord Mantell orbit?
No. I would want to talk to the guys, but like I would probably not do it right now.
Okay, let me 2 weeks it, set current date. Don't ignore that temperature, it's way off. It's like maybe 12 degrees Celsius. But it is completely overcast with light drizzle possible when you get to Ord Mantell. But you did want to talk to the prisoners. Okay, so
Yeah, but not right now. Right,
not right now.
Yeah, we could wait
Not-
until next session.
Not during the journey.
Well, how long
Yeah.
do you guys want to keep going?
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
can
it's-
pop off like now because it's 2 a.m. and I have an exam tomorrow morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
crap, yeah. We should probably...
Yeah.
All right, we'll question the prisoners between sessions and
Yeah.
come together next week.
Yeah.
Sure.
I thought that it was great having everyone together. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I thought this amount of players is pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think we need to find anyone else.
Yeah, I'd say this is
No.
a pretty good
Oh, someone
combination.
took off. I was kind of hoping to get their feedback before they took off.
Yeah, that was Viva.
It's okay. We can talk to Riva during the week.
Yep. We get 10 XP, correct?
Yeah, I'll take care of that. And then I'll give it 10 XP to leave me.
Ready?
Y'all okay with it? I'll talk to her later and see if she's okay.
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, that's...
We had some ups and downs recently, but I feel a lot better now.
Yeah.
A little worried because we were kind of off for a while.
Yeah, life happens. I have a quick question. You don't have to spoil anything. Do you think, like, between sessions, I'm gonna like mess around with equipment? Do you think we'll have time on Ord Mantell to like upgrade some equipment, and buy some stuff, or no?
Sure.
Okay.
And if you want to do that in between, that's fine. Like, what do you want to
Yeah.
take care of? Let's take care of it because you're going to be landing on the planet. Let's go ahead and.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be buying a heavy blaster rifle, and because my specialization gives me ranged heavy, and so I'm gonna just use that, and I'm gonna build that up. So I'm gonna focus on getting my blaster rifle all pretty and nice.
All right. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave.
One thing I want to say before you take off, Marvis, is it's cool if you want to seduce with charm, but you don't have to seduce every time you roll a charm check. Just so you know.
I'm playing the
You can't just be
character.
friendly.
I'm playing my character how like she would do. She's an undercover agent slash assassin. She's basically she knows espionage. So
Okay, just saying if you ever make a charm check that doesn't involve like trying to get laid, you could do that.
no, I was basically charming them to like compliment them, make them feel good. In that sense, I was not wanting to bone the Adversec guy.
Alright. Sorry, it's not a big deal. I just like every time you make a charm check, you're like, you're so
I'm
handsome.
basically the bard of the Star Wars universe, basically.
I played a celibate bard who was from a temple. He never flirted with anybody.
Yeah. Well, I'll leave and let you guys talk. And yeah, if you are free during the week, I will discuss on what I want to interrogate the patients in the med bay. So see you guys.